Hey y'all, it's All of Destiny. Take one final look at my natural boring nails. This is the last time you will see them look this way for the year. Today I will be trying out a dip powder kit for the very first time. You all have been asking me to try out dip powder for, let's just not discuss that. Let's just go on with the video and show you all how I finally got gorgeous nails and it matches my Christmas tree. I'm finally trying out dip powder. Let's begin. I'm starting off by taking 100% acetone. I have one little nail that I need to soak off from the last set, believe it or not, that I did here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to take these little clips that I ordered from AliExpress. If you all saw that non-sponsored AliExpress haul a while ago on my channel. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this cuticle softener and remover. Just pour a small amount of that into the cap, applying that onto the surface of my nail, and I'm going to use the cuticle pusher to push back my cuticles. My nails have not been done in a very long time. Done being defined as my acrylic nails, my Swarovski crystals on top of my acrylic nails, my gel top coat. The desire to want to hear this sound while I'm sitting at this laptop doing this voiceover. Pushing back my cuticles without this product would be a more difficult task. Whether you're doing acrylic nail application, gel nails, dip powder, polishing your natural nails, in some way, shape, or form, pushing back your cuticles to remove all of the gunk and junk on top of the nail before you apply anything else is necessary, I feel that your nails would lift or just not last as long. I'm alternating back and forth between allowing that nail to soak and then taking my 180 grit nail file just to buff away at the portion that has softened up. I do not force off my acrylic nails. I soak them for a little while, and then whatever has softened up, you can gently buff that away with a nail file. Sometimes if the cotton ball kind of dries up on me, I'll just dampen that a little bit longer. If you don't have clips like the one I'm using, you can definitely use aluminum foil. I get questions all the time about the prep work before acrylic nails as well as the acrylic nail removal process. I'll link that video down in my description box down below. I do have one of those already on my channel, and it's still the same technique that I use. After pushing back my cuticles, I'm going to go ahead and begin shaping my natural nails. This will help whether you're using a form to sculpt the nails or if you're going to apply nail tips. And again, I'm alternating between taking off the little clip to remove the softened portion of acrylic and then reapplying it. Use my hand file just to lightly remove the shine from the nail. You're not removing layers of your nail bed at this point. You just want to remove the natural shine from the nail. This will help the product to adhere or stick better to the nail. Now, I'll be using tips. Normally, I don't use tips. I normally sculpt my nails, but I'll be using tips. It's going to be a quicker way for me to get a little more length to my nails before beginning the dip process. I don't have stiletto nail tips, so I'm just creating my own just by trimming down the sides and filing them inwards. The little scissors that I'm using I purchased from Shein a while ago, but any scissors that are small enough just for you to trim at your nails to get your desired shape will work for this. It takes a little while to kind of taper the nails inward for that perfect little point and slant. You definitely want to shape this artificial nail into the desired shape that you would like before you begin the dip process, or even if you're doing acrylic or gel, it's easier to file a nail without product on it. I decided to go ahead and get out this glue because the other two bottles of glue that I had, they just weren't working. Even the brand new one that I purchased, nothing was coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of the glue into the well of the nail, and then I'm going to position that onto the nail. I sort of do it like at a little angle, and then I slowly lay that down flush over the nail to prevent any air bubbles. You definitely want to be firm with this and make sure that you're applying just a little bit of pressure. Hold it for a few seconds. Just a little cotton ball to wipe away any excess glue that runs over. Trimming down the nails. I ordered this a very long time ago from eBay when I first started doing my natural nails or doing acrylic nails on myself back in 2011, but I'm pretty sure I can find a link for you all and put that down below. You don't have to be neat with trimming the artificial nail to the shape that you would like. It's just sort of like a little starting point to guide you. That way you won't have to waste up all of your file trying to get closer to either that stiletto or coffin shape. You want to go ahead and repeat that same process on the left hand. Tips come in handy when your nails are broken as well, because if I was sculpting this nail, it'll definitely be harder to get that form underneath a crooked little natural nail, if that makes sense. So I went ahead and finished that other hand off camera. I have already opened it. That's why some of the things are kind of damp or dirty. I do have a coupon code. I'm not sure if it works or not. I received this kit back in July. So these are the 3 dip powders that came in the July kit. Let's take a dip. That's Flamingo and Baby Flamingo, along with these swatches already prepared. And we also have some base gel and everything. The C&D primer that you see here did not come with this dip powder kit, but step 6 does call for you to apply pH prep to the entire nail bed, which wasn't included in the kit, so this is my alternative for that. You do apply this only to the natural nail. It's not needed for an artificial tip. Next step, you're going to go ahead and shake the powder jar to loosen the powder from settling, and then open the jar. Occasionally, if you're wondering why it sounds like I'm reading, it's because I actually am. If you saw the video I uploaded back in October trying out the Kiss Salon kit, we followed the directions just to see what would happen, and especially since I haven't done dip in a while, I figured why not follow the directions step by step. Step 7 says you want to apply a thin coat of base bond, and then dip the finger or nail into the powder. Tap off the excess with another finger. It also says don't tap on the jar, as this could cause the jar to tip over. You'll see me tip it over at some point in this video, of course. And you want to repeat this on each nail one at a time. You can use a nail brush to gently brush off the excess or extra powder on your fingers and hands. Make sure to wait a few seconds after dipping before brushing away the dust to ensure that it is dry. This is my very first time working with dip in a long time. If you're new to my channel, or well, even if you're not new to my channel, I started my channel back in 2011, and I started learning and wanting to do my own nails back in 2010. So I did try dip powder a very long time. I feel like it's just now starting to resurface and trend again. So I feel like that's why a lot of people didn't know that I had already tried dip before, and I sort of had an opinion on it. But revisiting it, I guess it's different because back then I was learning. So I was trying to do like a little ombre. I had like videos playing outside of the camera frame, but I guess the colors that the person I was watching had worked better for her to be able to do an ombre. But you all will see how I kind of hide and disguise that later. So my idea here, since I did put on a tip, and you can see where it's just a little level of difference from where the tip is and my natural nail. So I was trying to sort of build in that natural nail area first to balance everything out, and then I would go over the tip area. But I found that whether I did it in little sections like that or whether I just dipped the entire nail as a whole, it still leveled out for me. Now that I've edited this video and I'm playing it back, I definitely see things that I can do better next time. In my mind, I kind of timed this as being a super quick process. I don't know why I thought it would be. It takes me 2 hours to do my acrylic nails, if you're familiar with those videos, and this process took longer to me. But again, this is my very first time revisiting dip powder since 2011. Another problem for me is just that if you don't dip in with such a smooth little motion, you'll get ridges within the nail. And I was going to do my best to try to file off that portion, but I wasn't able to get it off. But you'll see how I am able to hide the fact that I did this ugly little ombre. So proceeding to do my left hand, which is my dominant hand, I'm left-handed. So I wanted to try something different. I wonder what would happen if I put on the base bond to one side and then dip, and then I put it on the other side and dip, and it did exactly what I was hoping that it would do. So now I have 2 colors on one nail, and then I'm just going to go ahead now and dip it to the pink. And this is what, see how it's wet right there? That's what the instructions are referring to. You want to make sure that that's basically it's covered with dip. So I dipped it again to make sure that I actually picked up the powder, and then I'm sweeping over it. If you sweep over it too quickly, you'll just remove the product. So after I'm finished with all of the nails, we're moving now to step 8. It says to basically you repeat step 7. So that's me doing all of my nails over. If you have very weak, flexible, brittle nails, or you're super rough on your nails, you may want to work in 3 to 4 coats. As long as you apply thin coats of base bond, your end look will still be thin and not look too thick. You could use 1 to 2 coats of crystal clear powder, which was not included in the kit that I have, and 2 coats of color powder if you did not want to darken the color too much. So what I'm applying now is the Solidify. You're applying this all over all of the nails. I'm assuming this is to sort of harden the nails before you begin the filing process, so that you don't basically just remove everything. But I feel like without the Solidify, my nails were still hard because I wasn't able to remove that ugly ombre that I wanted to take off and then just re-dip into the pink. Also, another thing that I did notice when I was filing into the more chunky glitter one that I have here, on the majority of my nails, noticed that prior to filing it wasn't silver in it, but as I began filing the nails, little silver started popping up and basically removing the little teal color, and underneath it is silver, if that makes sense. I spent a long time filing my nails. I do want you all to know that this is a shortened video. Like, I chop up the video pretty well. I've kind of edited the video, so I did spend a good amount of time using my drill. The directions do say you can gently buff the nails, the entire surface, and file the edges if necessary. Note, gently use a drill or a file as close to the cuticles and sides of the nails as possible to ensure smooth edge grow out. So now we're going to apply Solidify again after I've washed my hands, of course, to remove all of this dust, and then we're going to let that dry for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to apply one thin coat of Glossy Coat to all of the nails, and then immediately apply the second coat to all 10 nails. The drying time is 3 to 10 minutes. Then step 14 says much later. To ensure dryness, you want to apply oil or lotion to the cuticles. I had watched a few Sparkle & Co. dip powder tutorials prior to beginning to try this on myself, and I had heard that you could use the Glossy Coat, sort of like adhering your rhinestones, but this stuff dries so fast. I don't know what it is, but it dries so fast that I decided to just go ahead and use my OPI gel, because gel doesn't cure until you put it underneath the lamp, and that helped me to adhere my Swarovski's, girl. After that, since I did use gel, it has a tacky layer. I have to wipe that off with alcohol, and then I wash my hands again, and then I sort of just went ahead and applied my cuticle oil. Probably a little risque. It did say to wait 3 to 10 minutes, but I haven't applied lotion to my hands just yet, so I just worked in the cuticle oil. That voiceover went so fast, oh my goodness. But I absolutely love the way that my nails turned out. I think my procrastination with doing them so late in Vlogmas is that I was trying to brainstorm the most gorgeous nail design that I could possibly come up with, and also debating if I wanted to really use Christmas colors. And then some of you all suggested, hey, you should do your nails to match the tree. So I was like, oh, okay. How ironic is it that the July dip powder kit that I received matches the tree? Win-win situation here. At this point, I was just basically like, you're pondering nail designs, but your nails are just not done at all. Like, do you want to just think and think, or do you want to have action? So here is action. Here's the finished product of my nails. I absolutely love them. I was able to cover up that ugly ombre that I did. Let me know what you all think. We're to the end of this video. For everyone that's been asking me to give dip powder a try, please give this video a thumbs up, especially if you all want me to try it out again. If you're wondering why I went with the stiletto shape, it's because in my last acrylic nails tutorial I did do coffins, so we'll go back and forth. Questions and comments, leave all of that down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Finally done with this voiceover. I've been working on this video since 11 o'clock this morning. Good night, good morning. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's absolutely free. A few more days of Vlogmas left. Talk to y'all later. Bye.